It's Michelle here from Just Next Studio Design Team. Just got a new layout to share with you with some two different cut files. The first cut file is the delicate butterfly cut file. As you can see, it's very delicate. I've managed to get it off my mat, but I do definitely recommend that you have a sharp blade and not too sticky mat, or otherwise you can have real trouble getting it off the background. So what I wanted to do today was create a vertical design. So that's where the butterflies came in. And I have two photos of my girls at our caravan where they took part in the Wearable Arts fashion show, which they put on for the Christmas holidays. So I have two 4x4 photos, like Instagram photos in black and white, which I thought worked really well with the vintagey kind of feel of the cut files. And what I've done is I've layered them in and under and around the real pretty cut file of those butterflies, which I've actually cut out on some Maggie Holmes Chasing Dreams pattern paper, and which is also my background paper today. So real pretty, real whimsical, quite vintagey kind of looking layout, which isn't normally my style, but I just couldn't resist those butterflies. So I'm just playing around with some embellishments here, just trying to figure out what's going to work. Excuse me, I've just got a bit of a cold. And a lot of the stuff doesn't end up staying on the layout. I really like layering on the butterflies, but I didn't want to completely overwhelm the butterflies, but I felt like they needed more than just what was on the page. So I have a few embellishments. Actually, pretty much I don't think any of these stay on my final layout, which is quite funny. The little piece of sort of the goldy frame that's at the bottom right hand corner of my bottom photo does stay, but the rest of it is pretty much going to leave the page and I don't actually use it. I end up going more the vintagey kind of vibe and sticking with the Maggie Holmes Chasing Dreams ephemera. It just fits the layout more than what was going on my page. So I'm doing a lot of mucking around. I love this little caravan. We are at my little caravan. My caravan doesn't look anywhere near as pretty as this one though. But I knew that I had to fussy cut that out and use it on my layout. So I'm actually going to put it where that little You Are My Bright Side tag is sitting at the moment. It's going to replace that shortly. So it just fit with the theme. It picks up the pink tones in the butterflies. Because my photos are black and white, I can pretty much go with any colour here. So that's going to see, just going to pop that in there, and it's super cute and super fun. And it just, we're at our caravan, so what more, could we want? I'm actually currently using the February 2017 hip kits for my layout, which I got really late, so I haven't really done a lot of design team stuff with it, so it was perfect for this layout. As you can see at the moment, I'm cutting out one of these little swimsuits from that crepe paper, and that just works really well with the theme of wearable arts. My girls, I spent 2 days making my girls' outfits. They are completely made out of Christmas paper and also cupcake wrappers, so it was lots of fun, and the girls I think won 3rd place at at their the fashion show, so that was quite cute. They really totally enjoyed taking part, and I'm pretty sure they're going to want to take part next year, and I'm going to have to start thinking about what they're going to wear. So I'm just adding their little cute little vintage bathing suit up the top there, and this is where it starts to get a lot more vintagey than what I've had in the past. So I'm now thinking, what else do I need, and what else? I really wanted to add more to the butterflies, and I just couldn't figure out exactly how I wanted to do that. It just was a lot of trial and error, and the butterflies are so delicate that if you add too much to them, you're really going to lose the butterflies themselves. So it was really quite tough to try to figure out what it is I actually wanted to do. So still having a play around with lots of different embellishments, and trying to work out what's going to work best. I really like the gold, but then the gold didn't work, the rose gold, so I was either going to have to go gold or rose gold or stick with a vintagey kind of a feel. And in the end, I head vintagey and start using more of the Maggie Holmes Chasing Dream collection. It just fit what I was trying to do. The girls' dresses are quite vintagey, I think. A bit more avant-garde, and I just think that works better. So here you go, I'm getting out some florals. Flowers in me, I don't do a lot of floral stuff, but add a little tag at the top, and then those floral ephemera, I'm going to add some flowers at the bottom and the top of corners of my photos. And now I'm starting to think, yeah, definitely going vintage here. Excuse me, I've got a bit of a cold, so I keep coughing, so I think I'm going to lose my voice actually. So now I'm just kind of starting to stick down. I know that's definitely where my photos are going. They're definitely going to layer in and out of my butterflies, and I'm going to stick down just so that it doesn't move around. Sorry, the lights are shining a little bit and glaring off my photos today. It was a pretty gloomy day here in New Zealand. We're definitely heading into winter and it's getting cold, and I hate the cold. So I've had to just put some lights on so I can kind of see what I'm doing, but at the end of the day that just means that you can't actually see. It glares a little bit off the photos. I printed my photos at home on my Canon Selfie. It's so handy. I can just print what photos that I want to print when I want to print them. Like for example, I've just done a layout and I literally took the photo yesterday and I printed it out. I used to only print in gloss and matte. Now I love using gloss photos. I just like how they look on my page. So yeah, the Canon Selfie all the way. It's so easy to use, and yeah, it's just sitting there next to my computer. It just means I like to scrap photos that are reasonably current. So yeah, so I'm just sticking down all the butterflies and getting rid of that border strip which was sitting on my piece of paper. And then just going to add those little florals. They're so beautiful. Definitely vintagey. They remind me of my grandma, of my gran, who always has those sort of flowers in the garden, and it just seemed to work. So I'm just trying to see what else I can add to it. I've got these gorgeous chipboard that I just really want to use, but I just can't figure out exactly what I want to do on my page at the moment. So that's just taking a little bit of time. Excuse me, to work that out, and really like this yellow delight in the everyday moments. So I'm going to add that to the bottom of my photo, just above the caravan. I love that little pop of vintagey yellow. It works well with the yellow floral down the bottom, which you can't quite see at the moment. I'll probably move my page up again in a second, so just bear with me. Yeah, just there's such beautiful colours, and the greens, the teals, the pinks, and the yellows. It's just a lovely combination. So yeah, didn't like that. That heart was just definitely not working with my page. I'm actually going to start and add, because it is a cut file layout, so I'm actually going to add another cut file to my page, which I've actually used before. I'm going to end up adding my title in it, and it's the Word 4 cut file, and I'm going to start adding those to my butterflies shortly. So I always try to use more than one cut file on my page. When I do, oh look, I'm still trying to use that. I'm still trying to add that on and underneath, but it's just not going to work, Michelle. Just stop using it. Just move on. I just love the heart, but it just, maybe I'd lay another heart and then it would make it better, but it just wasn't working. Look, my layout's completely disappeared underneath my page. I really need a better solution for doing that. I love the little heart from the chipboard, and I do end up using that one on my page, but I take it out of its background, and I'm going to add that on to the page. I just add a little border underneath, the little floral underneath there. You can just see a hint of it on my actual layout. Not that much, just kind of peeks out. And then I just added another little chipboard heart exterior just off your side of that little vintage. So I'm just mucking around with that. So that's looking quite cool. My heart's in the middle of my page. That is definitely moving. That's not staying there. When I decide that, no, I need more cut files on my page, it's going to move off to the side. So, so this is becoming kind of definitely more vintagey. Definitely feeling like it fits the theme of my page, and I'm just going to add some pop dots up underneath these flowers just for a bit of dimension. And I'm going to stick those down because that's exactly where I want to put them. And then I just added fall in love with as many things as possible. My girls just get so stuck into this little holiday program they run at our caravan. They have wearable arts and they have talent quests, and I mean the whole campground gets together and they watch all the kids do stuff, and it's so cool for the kids, for their confidence and everything. It's just such a neat place for them to be. They did think they were pretty cute walking out on stage on the little runway to do a little pose. There were some crazy outfits, so they did really well. They came third. I did most of the work, but I'm sure if I let them, they would have done a lot more of the actual designing it themselves. So I'm just working through some things. I still haven't added that cut file. It's going to happen. It's going to pop up soon. I did it off camera, and it was just easier. It was a bit fiddly because I've used that same technique where I've cut the file out twice. It will show up in a minute, and I think it just adds that extra interest and layer, and it creates a fun, whimsical title. Still trying to add some buttons and stuff to the page. This one did not come together very easily. I just don't think it's in my natural habitat to create vintagey kind of feeling layouts. So here it goes, there's my little happy. So I've got happy, and then I'm going to add love to my other big butterfly at the bottom. And it's kind of fun. This was so hard to stick down because it was such a fine thing. I need a fine line glue. So don't look too closely at how I'm actually sticking this actually down. But I do think that just adds that last little bit of character. I've just filled it in with some white, just to pop it off the pattern background a little bit. Otherwise it gets a little bit lost because the delicate butterflies are so fine and delicate as well. And yeah, it just gives it a bit of definition. And so I'm just sticking that down. And it's getting close to just about being finished. Just got a few more bits and pieces I'm going to add to it. There's my love. I'm just taking off the back of my cameo mat. And then I'm just going to add that onto the large butterfly in a second. And effectively give it the same treatment. Cut it out twice. I'm probably sticking it down just slightly off camera here. Just amuse yourself for a minute, and there it is. I'm just sticking the little bits of the insert bits, little bits of green that go around the middle bit of the A, the PP, and the Y. And a little tiny cut file. So there you go. So I did add the love off camera, and here's some little close-ups of it. I really was happy with how it turned out. It took a long time. Just to figure out in my head. It's not a natural calling for me. But I hope you enjoyed my share today, and till next time. Thanks for that. Cheers. Bye.